Okay, listen, pay attention. Few years ago, when I was in the university as a fresher, my lecturer said to me, "Town crier, the pen is mightier than the sword." I believed him. Many years after, 2 days ago, I gathered some men in my neighborhood and I said to them, "The pen is mightier than the sword." They said, "No, town crier, no. The pen is no longer mightier than the sword. This is not the days of Chinua Achebe. This is not the day of Rolawampa. This is not the days of Siple Nekwensu. This is not the days of Martin Luther King Jr. This is not the days of Malcolm X. This is not the days of Oseji for Kwame Nkrumah. This is the days of rogues. The pen is no longer mightier than the sword." And I laugh. I laugh because they do not understand that the phrase, "the pen is mightier than the sword," can never be outdated. Why? Because that phrase has a way of falling into the social construct of every society depending on how they tend to appear. Pay attention to this. You see, whenever we say the pen is mightier than the sword, everybody's minds go to journalism. Everybody's minds goes to the fact that intellectuality is better than physical strength. That is good, but there's an aspect of it that you do not look into. You see, the pen is mightier than the sword can either mean negativity or positivity. Now let's look at it from this side of the coin. You see, few days ago it was alleged that the former minister of Abuja, the federal capital territory of Nigeria, who happens to be El-Rufai, allegedly siphoned 25 billion naira when he was the governor of Kaduna State. You see, when El-Rufai did that allegedly, he didn't do it with a gunshot. He never did it with a cutlass. He did it with a pen. Pen robbery. At that point, the pen is still mightier than the sword. What has that implied to you? In the early 60s, 70s and 80s and early 90s, the pen was greater than the sword in the hands of the intellectuals, in the hands of the technocratics. But in today's society, the pen is still greater than the sword in the hands of cryptomaniacs, in the hands of those who has an insatiable desire for public fund, in the hands of thieves. The pen is still mightier than the sword because the pen is now being used by touts to siphon money into their own private account. So my brother, the pen till forever would always be mightier than the sword, depending on how the pen is being used. Wise up, Africa. It depends on who uses the pen. If the evil man uses the pen becomes evil and yet mightier than the sword. But if the good man uses the pen becomes good and yet mightier than the sword. So which one are you? Africa, wisdom is the principal thing. Of course, you know you can always request for books from me and books will be given to you free of charge. All you need to do is to go to my bio right here on TikTok. You will see a WhatsApp contact there. WhatsApp it and tell it you need the book, and book will be given to you free of charge. The books are made available to you by I and my friend J Magnify Online Library. The essence of the library is to get young Africans into reading. And remember, there's a link in my bio. Click on it. Subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can always get premium content. So you can always see me in case we lose touch here on TikTok. Remember, Africa, wisdom is the principal thing. I love you, Africa. I love you, Africa. I love you, Africa. Wisdom, my people, is the principal thing. Aha! Even the blogs bear me witness that I gave you a chance to read. Aha!